Hello everyone. Dear Lord. How's everyone doing? Oh. I got locked out of my AMP account this morning. I know, honey. Okay, yes. No, my God. I have to reset my AMP password. That's just crazy. You're using old password? What do you mean? Okay. I tried resetting my password and it says I'm using my current password. That is some stupid ass shit. Because I literally put in that password when I was trying to sign in. And it said it didn't work. I still can't live trade. They haven't set it up like the... Yeah, I gotta wait till the end of the day for the funds to settle in the bank. Feeling a little sick today. I'm logging into my funded just so I have something to display. I'm actually look at the Bitcoin the trade lost yesterday. There was a winning trade on the Nasdaq yesterday. I took this one and lost, and then I wanted to play basketball, so I didn't even stay for the full outcome of this trade. And then right at 11:53 there was another entry. Honestly, even if I had intended to stay until the end, I don't know if I would have, cause I was just so tired. I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to play basketball, but yeah, I did miss a winning trade. It's not the end of the world though. There's gonna be hundreds of them. Okay, I'm looking at this short-term low being taken out. If we do, and the body's closed beneath the body at 920, then I can go long, or look to go long. So you have 3 people watching. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello again, Theo. Never surprised to see you in here. I got cucked this morning, or edged, not cucked. Amp send the funds to my account. I had the live funds deposited this morning, and then I go to the client portal, and they haven't settled yet. So the option to request the data and to turn on the trading desk It's not available. I was so cheesed. I was so excited to see the live funds deposited. And then I logged in, like first thing while waking up. I put the wrong password in 3 times apparently. I thought I only did it twice, but they locked me out. I had to wait an hour before trying again. I tried again just now before the market, just as the market opened, and then nothing. I did all that for no reason. All that excitement for no reason. Yeah. You just placed in a short-term high too now. So if we run up above this short-term high, the thing is, you turn off the wicks, and it's still like, this is still a run in the opposing direction. I'm not sure who's watching me, but if Kai, if you're watching me, the model I'm trading today is a little different than what I was telling you in Discord. But yeah, so we ran this out. If we create an immediate inverse fair value gap, I'm gonna short. That would mean I'd want to see this area, if it forms, if this candle closes and it forms this gap, I'd want to see the bodies lay over the entire thing, like almost immediately, like quickly. Okay. And then I would go for a short. And just wait and see if it's going to happen here. The model I showed you, Kai, works best whenever there's like a crisis, like some sort of crash, or I don't know, some reason for people to panic. So if ever you see like recession fears and then everything blows up and the Federal Reserve is panicking, it's like an emergency, something like COVID, or like a huge war, maybe with Venezuela actually. What happened with Venezuela? But what would happen with Israel? That would like cause a sort of chaos. Okay, I'm not expecting this to show up. It's really strong to the upside. I mean, it could create another gap and inverse another one higher, but I'm gonna wait. Let's see if we form one here. Okay, we unfirm the gap. We have like a really small gap right here. I really want to see displacement lower now for me to get into a trade, and I don't want to see price really move and displace lower with urgency. Get my Nope, it's not going to display slower. So never mind. Come back here. It's being really stubborn to the upside. Oops. Bitcoin longs. If it closes above here, then yeah, it could be a good long. But I don't want to take it on Bitcoin just because for me, the fees are so high. It's like 25% of my risk. But yeah, this would be not a bad long. I'd go in with 200 points. I don't know if it'd be a bad long or not, but it's model. See if it would win. We inverse the gap and then the 5-minute low. Just like that. But it's like you're about to be stopped. Oh. Yeah, you got stopped. You can't trust Bitcoin. You gotta trade XRP futures, not Bitcoin. Okay, we might have an entry though. If it inverses the gap here. Again, I need to see it show some urgency to go lower. Really want to displace. It's okay. No, honey. It's okay. There'll be another one. And then it keeps refusing to really like get sent lower. Now at this point, unless we lay like a huge down close candle over the blue area, I would say it's taking too long to, invalidate that blue area and go beneath it. And I would just stop looking to trade this gap and wait for another one higher, or at one point I'm just gonna get rid of the sweep and forget about it because it's moved so much higher Let's see, like we've already taken this high, maybe attacking this area. There seems to be a lot of consolidation kind of around this whole zone, so I don't know. I don't expect it to want to continue. If it does continue higher and it blasts through these next highs, it's really going to be bullish, but and I probably won't get a trade. I wish it had taken out this low though. That could have been a nice long, because see, like there was a gap that was formed with urgency. You know, we closed above it very quickly. It's just we didn't take out the low, so I didn't have the opportunity to even look for an entry. And at this point, unless we very quickly show that we want to go lower, it's very clear and obvious, I'd wait for another impulse lower and then run up above it, and then I'd look to short. That's the only thing I can wait for right now if I'm going to take a trade. I'm starting to suspect that it's going to be one of those days where it just continues to go higher just for the whole day. It's because, I don't know, we have a lot of highs here and it doesn't really seem like it wants to slow down. I think it might just run through at least this area and get a bit higher, like 25,800. Come on, give me a fat candle lower. The past week? You mean this week? It's only the second day. Or the week before. Let's check that out real quick. There's this one. She always says it's printing, and then I go and look, and it's always like you get wicked out. Oh, this one wasn't bad. Yeah, but the 31st I don't trade. It's New Year's. This one would have lost. So I don't know, I wouldn't have said it was printing the past week. There was only one win. And three losses. One win, three losses. It's been printing this past week. The 26th, the day after Christmas. I mean, I don't even think. Look at the price action. You would have, like, you could have easily done nothing. I feel like nobody's trading the day after the 26th. I'm pretty sure that was a bank holiday. The only days it printed were on the holidays. But it's not to say it won't print. Like, you should still look at it. I just wouldn't say it's printing in the past week. Because who knows, it might go back to where it was, where it's like on a 10 losing streak, 8 losses in a row. Maybe with Venezuela it might change, I don't know. But it'd be a good study point. So far though, I don't think we've seen it win enough times to feel confident that, like, whatever was happening with the model and it was failing for a while has passed. Like, could though. But since I don't trade NLP, I'm not gonna try and time it until, like, I have enough, a crisis occurs and I have enough reason to be like, okay, yeah, we should trade this. Because the Venezuela thing, I don't know if it's gonna impact markets. Like, NLP works better whenever there's, like, a lot of people want to trade in the same direction at open. So usually when there's a panic or a crisis. But Venezuela, I don't know if it's a panic or a crisis, because I mean, they captured the president, so he's already, like, in custody. I feel like it's resolved. Like, I don't think people are, like, getting up in the morning and being like, holy shit, what do we do? What's gonna happen? So I don't know if we're in a crisis mode yet, but in the dead night. Okay, we're starting to see some displacement lower. But you see, it took a little bit of time, form new high from this high down to where it's gonna close to the fair value gap. If it shows more urgency, I'm gonna go short. And the high is high, but it really needs to. I don't want to just slightly close beneath and it looks more like a consolidation. I really need it to show me, like, distance. Like, it really wants to, like, get down there. Like, I'd like it if it were to close beneath 733.50 and a half, where this candle slow is. I don't want to just kind of meander around here and then take a bunch of time before going lower. Then I'm be less confident that it has enough momentum to, warrant me a nice run. Oops. And I just farted. My room smells like roses now. I farted in class once. And the teacher was like mad at me and he said, if you're gonna fart, you could go ask to go to the bathroom or something. And me, who when I eat pasta, I fart a lot. So like me knowing, okay, well, what if in 10 minutes I need to fart? Am I gonna go to the bathroom every 10 minutes? So I asked the teacher to go to the bathroom like 10 minutes later. I said yes. So I walk over to the door. I open the door. I close it. I let out a loud fart, like I saved it up. I invested and then I saved, and it grew to a very, very big, gassy fart. And I just let it out right as the door was closing. Anyways, I walked back into the class. Everybody's laughing. The teacher sends me to the principal's office. I get in trouble. My parents hear about this. And I get like a detention during recess or something. Yeah, Noi pointed it out yesterday. I farted and she's like, "Did you fart on stream?" It's not Canada schools. I think the teacher just didn't like me. That teacher had something against me. I swear. Okay, here's more what I like. Like this is obvious, aggressive, price action lower, displacement. Like, not enough to convince me. You just need to inverse this gap. It's taken a while to do so. So it's moved sideways, and that's why like I don't. Even if we just close beneath it, it wouldn't be enough for me to just take it. I would really need to see momentum build up and for it to be quick. And then I would get in to capture the momentum. But I don't know, it's not really convincing enough so far, at least. What I'm doing right now is I'm logging all the hours I spend trading. If ever someone says I'm unemployed, I'm gonna show them my track record of the hours I work. I got detention for tripping a teacher. Would have tripped the teacher who sent you to detention for fighting too. The momentum in the dead of night. Yeah, that's right. You have to trade in the dead of night. I went back to that teacher's house in the dead of night. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not gonna short here. So far, I worked about, after today, I'll have worked about 5-6 hours on trading. And if I do like 10-15 hours a week, it's not bad for the amount of money you can make. Okay, what it can do here, which would be nice, is it can run back up above this high, and then at that point I'd be open to another setup where it then goes lower, or it might just continue going higher and there's just no setup. But I feel like we kind of will probably know soon whether that would be the case. And what might happen is it can kind of continue slowly going higher, not like nothing too crazy. It kind of slows down here, and then only like at 11:50 it's gonna reverse, which I'll still look to trade that. I just probably won't be on stream that long. I probably will cut off my streams more at 11 unless I'm in a trade, or I don't know, sometimes I might stay. It depends how I feel. I'm feeling a little sick today though. Another thing too is we created a new fair value gap. So now this could be a short. I'll show you I want to show an example of similar trade actually that I took. It looks almost exactly like this, but back on this day there was the second trade here where you see we kind of took a lot of time, blah blah. Then we create another bullish fair value gap, and then we do it with urgency, right? You see how quick it was to get down there, went short, blah blah blah. So I mean, I'd like for it to do the same thing. It's just looking like it's struggling to go lower, like find the momentum to go lower. What's Bitcoin doing? Was there another trade? No, not really. L Bitcoin. L Bitcoin. Not so pretty now, huh? Pretty coins. I'm kidding. But I think NLP would have worked. Oh no, not yet. NLP would have worked on NASDAQ too. Doesn't seem like it's been happening too often. One here, the 31st, just like Bitcoin. No. What? Okay, looks like we're gonna run out this high. If we do get a trade, it's gonna be so rewarding. It feels good when you sit and wait. You're patient, you're hungry. You're just waiting, and then bang, you get your entry, you take it right away as you should. Follow all your rules. When it wins, oh, it's the best feeling in the world. And when it loses, oh my god, it sucks. I feel like you just wasted your whole morning. But it is what it is. So you see, if I had waited for this gap to inverse, and then I had went short, I would have lost by now. Because I mean, there's no momentum lower. I really need to see it like show me momentum, like oh my god, it really wants to go down there. It's excited. And I mean, the only reason why I decided it had no momentum is because it took a very long time before forming this 1008 candle. If it had at 9:58 though, you know, on this candle, if it had displayed the candle at 1008 on 9:58, then I would have went short, because it would have been immediately excited and there would have been momentum lower right away, kind of like it's doing here. So it kind of went up after this new high. Now it formed a new fair value gap. It's about to close right here. It kind of formed this gap, and now it's also closing beneath the next one. So this is kind of like showing it's not respecting any of the gaps, and it's once more wanting to come back down here, but then it's doing this. It's wicking, it's coming all the way back up. So now it's like unattractive, and so I want to wait to see where it closes. It seems like there's an area that's pretty sensitive over here, and it's preventing price from going lower. And what it should look like when it really wants to go lower is it should create a huge candle that's going to overlap everything, and then it'll be free to fall because there will be nothing stopping in this. It's just as fast as it went up, it should go down just as fast. It's kind of like the idea I'm looking for, you know. I want to build momentum to really see it want to go lower. I'm still open to shorting here. I just need to see it close, like not just at the low of the gap, but with some space beneath it, showing the bodies want to attack down here. Let's see what our friends are doing. S&P and Dow. Okay, this is more like it. So when this closes, I'm gonna go short. I just don't want it close too far below, because then it comes to a point where it's not even worth it anymore for me to go short. I mean, if you look at this sideways price action to it, this could still very well be inside a consolidation, and it could be towards the low end and get ready to go back towards the high end. So I mean, it's not saying like, oh, I see momentum for sure, I know it's gonna win. Like, it just increases the odds, and it's what I need to see to enter this trade. But I honestly prefer if I don't see the momentum, just because of the way the chart looks right now. Like, again, we're inside this sideways consolidation, so yeah, it could come down here and it could close, but also that is like a low end of consolidation, so it could be at an extreme and getting ready to go back to the other extreme. Again, what I'd really like to see is for it to break out of this consolidation and then be willing to quickly drop back down into it, invalidating a lot of supporting factors on the way up, and then, maybe retracing a little bit, moving sideways, but then really free falling to a lower level like this low, or some of these gaps down here, or the low of the 9:30 morning. But right now, I'm no longer considering a trade just off this sweep, so I'm going to remove this sweep. And I'm only looking to short. I'm not looking for any sweeps on any lows, because we're above 8:30 in midnight, so I'm only looking to sell. Now I need to see another high to get run out. So right now, the next high, the short-term high that could get run out, is this one. But if this candle closes, then there's also this one. There's going to be this one. So mark out that one for now. Looks like we might actually run out this one. I started a fire. I'm gonna go check on it real quick in the other room. I also need to fart, so I'm gonna exit the room to do so. The fire almost extinguished. Okay, so we took out this high. Again, I want to see urgency, so wait to see in 8 seconds if this gap will form. So it formed. I want to see a large body now lower, and if that will give, that will happen, then we'll go short. Nice. Looks like it's gonna happen. So when this closes, I'm gonna go short. If it happens. Doesn't look like it wants to happen. It's waking again. So it's making its way, it's like impulsing down and then it's immediately waking back up. This doesn't show emergency or like urgency to go lower. No buttons have been pressed so far. Okay, now this is good. 7 seconds for this candle to close. I'm getting ready to sell. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Now I gotta figure out my stop loss really quickly. Ah! Okay. Hurry. Because I don't want to market order to get out of a trade, because Apex need to see that you have a stop loss. If you don't have a stop loss, they can deny payouts. So if I take too long to set a stop loss, what price is it? 784 and a quarter. Yeah, buy stop. Okay, my profit's at 713. 713 and 3/4. There you go. Okay, now we don't have to worry about that. I'm so hungry. I ate so much sushi yesterday, and it's made my stomach so full all day. Barely ate anything the rest of the day after lunch. And now I'm just so hungry in the morning because of, my brain is used to being on a full stomach. It's unfortunate how it's now like taking its time, blah blah blah. if there wouldn't have been a gap here and we would have been looking at this gap, I would be turned off from taking this trade here because of this consolidation sideways price action right now. So there isn't really any momentum, and I mean that's not surprising with how we've been moving this morning, but the rules are still the rules. So regardless on really what my own bias and opinions are, I need to follow the rules. We're up 300 USD on, well, because this is so I have 8 accounts. 2 of them are like real money funded, well, not real money, but prop firm funded, and they're trading with 2 micros instead of 5. And then there's 5 accounts that are also challenges, so waiting to be funded until I pass the challenge, are also trading with 2 micros. And there's this one account which I'm focusing on as 5 micros. This one's close to being passed. As soon as I pass this account, it's gonna get funded, and I'm gonna go to 2 micros along with the other 2 live accounts or funded accounts. And then I'm gonna take one of the challenges that's currently on 2 micros, and I'm going to increase the leverage to 5. I'm doing that so that if I ever have a losing streak where I lose like 10 trades in a row, the lower leveraged accounts are still going to profit like over time and still going to get closer to being, passed, but slowly, and they're protected from losing streaks. While as the one I'm more aggressive on is going to get passed quicker. If there's a losing streak, I'll fill, but I'll only fill 1, So it kind of protects me from exposing myself to too much risk, because I still want to pass them fairly quickly. I just don't want to pass them all at once and pay, because if I have a losing streak, I pass them all at once, and I lose them all at once. It's not good. So I want to like leverage more on one, and then leverage less on others at a time. And then that way, when I am, fully funded with all of them, like 20 accounts, I can trade 2 micros versus $80 on each account. All of a sudden, I'm risking $1,600 per trade instead of 80, because 10 accounts risking $80, 800, 20 accounts at 1,600. So even though $80 might seem small to me right now on these accounts, when it gets to the point where I've passed all 20 accounts and I have all 20 funded accounts, that $80 becomes $1,600. That's a lot of money, obviously, for a model that shows up almost every day, multiple times a day, most of the time. Like this trade is 2.53 R, so 1,600 times that by 2 plus half of that. That's an extra 3,200 plus 800. That's 4K. I'd make 4K on this trade if I had all 20 accounts right now. But right now I only have 2 accounts that are actually funded. So I would make 160 times 2.53, $400 today. If I had my live account, I would be risking $400 on that right now, and then make 1K. So, but there's obviously a lot of times where I'm going to lose my ass off. I'm going to lose a lot of money. So even though it sounds like a lot of money, you never know. Shit could be gone. It could go the other direction. A lot of people tell me they switch to ticks or percentages so they don't focus on the money. ICT told that many times. Don't show the money, don't talk about the money, don't look at your account balance. And in the beginning I think it's good, but I don't know. With the way I see trading, I just see how that only hurts me. Like, I like thinking of numbers because at the end of the day, trading is a numbers game. Ratios, risk reward ratios, win rates, and at the end of the day, you're trying to extract capital for something that's gonna long term inevitably pay you money. So that's the way I see it, right? And I can't unsee it that way. So when I look at numbers, I'm like, okay, I'm up 500, and the next day I lose twice, I'm down 400, and then I get another win, I'm up another 400. Like it just, I keep track of everything, right? I log everything, so inevitably I'm gonna come across the numbers. And as long as I don't let the numbers influence the way I trade, like right now, it's not much risk, and I don't really. If I were to lose this trade, it wouldn't really affect me. I don't really care if I lose the trade. So the money is irrelevant to me. But there were times in the past where I risked a huge amount. Like last year, at the beginning of the year, I would risk a lot of money, like 5% of my account. And sometimes I wouldn't trade for like 3 weeks. And the last time I traded was a loss. So imagine being on a 2 losing streak. You get a trade a week. 2 weeks in a row you lose. And then for 3 weeks you have no trade. And your account's down for 3 weeks. That takes a toll on your mentality. And then that's when the money can start to impact you and where you might want to turn it off and be like, holy shit, I don't know if I can look at that. I think when he says that, he's mainly talking to people who are afraid of holding trades. Yeah, for sure. I mean, because that's what I would do last year. I would hold trades for the whole morning in my 2025 model. And like hours I'd be in the trade. And sometimes if I'd see I'm up like 800 and it comes all the way back down to where I got in, and I look at the money and I'm like, holy shit, what the hell? And I start thinking of moving my stop down or move my stop up, and or taking partials and thinking about how much money the partials would be, and that's where you don't want to do that. If you catch yourself doing that, then you gotta hold on. You're not thinking rationally. You're thinking with emotion, thinking about how much money you can make, not what price is telling you to do. Like you're trading based off how much money you want to make, not how much money the market will make you or take from you. The market can be a bitch. It can take from you. But I mean, again, when you sit here all morning in this chair. I wish I had a standing desk. I would stand all the time. But when you just like wait all morning and you're just staring at a chart and you're waiting for your setup to form, and it finally appears like it did today, and you take the trade. When it wins, holy, it is rewarding. The feeling you get and just satisfaction knowing I just made more than what I'm gonna make at work tonight. I'm not working tonight, but if I were, if I were working at 9 to 5 and I were to like, not 9 to 5, but if I were to work in the evening, I used to work at a pizza store, and like, there's many days where I would make more than, I feel like the work I did was a lot harder. I needed a lot more focus, patience, discipline, and it took a lot less time. And now I have the whole day to myself to relax, knowing I don't even need to work tonight. Like I already made way more than what I'm gonna make at work. I actually made more than half of, like about before taxes, half of what I made at work last year from trading. And I didn't even trade the 2025 model for the full year. Like there's a few months where I had to take time off, or towards the end of the year I stopped trading it almost entirely and traded something else that wasn't as rewarding because of the way my schedule had changed. So I mean, it is like, I know trading can take me a very long way, and I'm happy with my current employer. He prioritizes my trading. He asks me like, how many hours do I think I can give him? And he's like, because I know you trade, and I think trading for you is more important. It's what makes you more money. I know you just want to make money, so tell me what hours you can work. And then it's for my sales job. I literally just, I don't know what to do. Like I'm tasked with figuring out a way to sell crypto to people, companies, families, rich families that have trusts for their kids. Have to call them up and be like, hey, have you ever talked about holding Bitcoin? If they say no, I'll just hang up and move on. But that's like I'm building a pitch right now. I know I want to do video calls with people and if a construction company, if I call a construction company or a lawyer firm and they're like, yeah, we thought about holding crypto, then like I'll schedule a video call and then I don't know. Well, I work for an OTC counter, so they process large transactions for people and avoid having to use exchanges. You just need your own wallet. So I mean, it's a tough job, but I'm a trader. I know I can do it. It's just nice because I can just work from home and make my own hours, which is why now I want to stream every day because I no longer really work at the I work at the pizza store on weekends. So now I'm able to wake up early every day, go to the gym, work, stream, and not feel like I don't have enough time. So I'm excited for this year because I'm going to be streaming a lot. And I'm trading a model that shows up all the time. So it's not like I'm going to be streaming for a whole week without taking trades like I was last year. And it's kind of just going to point out we're at like inside this sideways price action. We're kind of like towards the lower end of this sideways consolidation, sideways movement. So yeah, seeing a bit of support here where it's like pulling back, it's not surprising. But ultimately, I'd like to see these candles sort of get respected, and I don't want price to go back above them. And then I'd want it to quickly run down to at least this low. I'm hoping it will get to that low. It's just the rules tell me I have to take profit here. But if it were up to me, I'd close the trade here. I wish I could. It's very close to 2 RR. I need to have at least 2 RR. And then the next 1 minute short term low, which is down here. I just realized too that I did it wrong. There you go. I mean, it's in this gap. I wanted to run out this low, so hopefully it'll just continue going down very quickly. I'm up 1,600 on all the accounts that's copy traded. So I have like 8 accounts copy trading right now. That's crazy. $2K. Wow. Okay. Alright, let me now log this trade. I'm gonna go over to my thing here. Trading day, I guess this is 2. Account Apex model baby food. I'll just whatever. Asset MQ trading size 2. Commissions, I don't know, check the commissions after. 2 points. $202. Really? Off one trade. So I made 404 off my funded accounts. Nice. Apex. I need to add a box for the amount of profit. Instead of trading day, I'm going to change it to accounts, or number of accounts. So then number of it, because trading day isn't being used for anything. So now it's going to be 2. And then the total P&L times that by 2. Or no, not by 2. We're going to times that by B2. Nice. And time in was at 10:29. And time out was at 10. Ay. Bruh. Hold on, I have to make sure to remove the buy stop. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna take a screenshot. Okay. So now net P&L, what? I should. Okay. Trade fee to be. No, that shouldn't be. That's not right. We're summing Q. If H to H. Where's H? What the fuck? I don't know how I set this up. I'll figure this out later. I'm not gonna figure this out now. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Figure it out later. Anyways, I don't think I even want to stay to see if there's gonna be another trade. But I'll stay until 11 at least. Oh, okay, I fixed it. I just changed it to Apex instead of this. What did I just... I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just gonna copy paste this whole thing and then change where are the commissions. Commissions. Oh, I don't have commissions. Dang it. Oh, I do have commission box. Okay. Now I figure out the commissions. This account is almost passed. I need to be at 26k 500 to pass. So I'm missing like $140. That's less than a trade. $520. So 520, that would, is that off one account? I'm confused. Huh? The commissions are less on the live accounts. Interesting. No, I don't know why then. Oh, because I took... No, yeah. I don't know. Okay, I guess they're $2. So $1.04 every... So I'm up 27%. What the heck? No, I'm not up 27%. I'm up half to that. $13.4%. Alright. Well, would have been nice to take this trade on my live account, but no. Banks take too long to transfer money between each other. Next, we gotta log this trade on Notion. That's another thing I have to do. And there was no news today, right? Yeah. Bro, none of my shit working. I want to copy paste an image. Oh my god. This looks so clean. I sold at the very high. Now, at this point, I'm asking myself, right? Are we still gonna have a trade? Now, to have a trade, we either need to come down a short-term low that touches either blue line or green dash line. Now, it could be this low, but I wouldn't be confident looking for a trade past 11 o'clock when it moves this far below the low. So I would want it to come down and touch one of these, and then create an impulse higher, and then sweep beneath it just like it did at the high, and go up. Or at any point above the two lines, it could create an impulse higher, go back down beneath it, come back above it, go back down. Now this is going to take at least it's going to be 4 or 5 candles, so it's going to take 25-30 minutes at least. We already have a win. Is it worth staying? Probably not. Is it going to happen? Probably not. It's probably going to continue this momentum lower, and then I'd expect it to come around the midnight open and kind of consolidate around it or continue going through it. So, with that being said, I'm going to close the stream, let everyone go. Yeah. Thank you very much for everybody that showed up. So yeah, I had 9 views. It's pretty impressive. And I just want to wish everyone a good luck if you're still trading. I'll see you everyone tomorrow.